Thank you. Welcome back to the Aon Under-17 National Championships here in Wellington at the ASB Arena. We're at this third and fourth playoff between Manawatu Under-17 Women's and North Harbour Under-17 Women's, both going down yesterday in their semi-finals versus Manawatu played Waikato, and North Harbour played Taranaki. Harbour very unlucky, going down in overtime against a pretty competitive Taranaki team. Both teams very strong, and Manawatu unfortunately going down to Waikato, who yesterday Manawatu got into some foul trouble with 4A, one of their tall players, their big players, going down. Ashley Cowes, here's their lineup: Ashley Cowes, Grace Attenborough, Harata Coleman, Leah Powick, Maddie Crystal, Madison Awaho, Paige Taiaroa, Rochelle Foray, Sophie Andrews, and Te Tepuni. Assistant coach Shani Timata Frost, coach Shani Timata Frost, head coach Joe Frost, and manager Kelly Crystal. For the North Harbour team, they've led their way through back, and were unfortunate, like I said yesterday, going down in overtime in their lineup. Centane, Noon Duckworth, Ella Moore, Emily Shearer, Emma Bone, Jasmine Kalahi Fulu, Jessica Moores, Maya McBriney, Mackenzie Boucher, Rosalie Dill, Simone Barnard, Waiadia Rogers, and Zalia Kalahi Fulu. Assistant coach Shani Kirio. Joe Kalahi is the manager, and the head coach is Justine Reed. Well, here we are, just about to start. Manawatu in the green and black, and North Harbour in their traditional maroon dark colours. Jumping for North Harbour is Jazz, one of the sisters, Jazz Kalahifulu. And just getting set up here, waiting for some the referees to get ready as we look to start. And we're all ready to go for this third and fourth playoff bronze medal match here between North Harbour and Manawatu. And Kalahifulu gets the rebound, gets the tip. A great hustle there by Grace Attenborough to get the ball as Taiaroa kicks the ball up to Andrews. Andrews looking to cut. Nice drive there. And a pass inside. Oh, missed layup. Unfortunately, Kalahifulu missed layup there by Madison Awaho. Oh boy. Madison just missing the shot there. As sorry, Moores. I'm just struggling to see. Moores gets it up to Shearer. Shearer open for three, and she's just short with Kalahifulu getting inside. Nice offensive rebound there. And what are we calling here? Jump ball. Jump ball. Moores was able to really get her hands on the ball there, and she effectively forces a turnover in this bronze medal match. We're looking inside. Nice pass here inside, and Kalahifulu misses and goes up for the Kalahifulu here. Seems as though Coach Frost has gone to some of his lesser known players to start the game here, to allow them to a bit of court time, obviously. An opportunity to play. Unsure if I would necessarily like this move, but it's an opportunity for them to play, and Coach Frost has been around a lot longer than I have, and has an opportunity for these girls to get out on the court and experience what's going on. As Barnard Simone looks for an open shot, and she misses, and rebound there. So Taiaroa with the ball up front. Over to Powick. Powick gets the ball, looks to drive to her right. Oh, Shearer just forgot about her. She went right past her. Kalahifulu out to Shearer. Shearer looking to push the ball into open court. Goes to her left hand and misses short. Well, both teams missing short here early in this game. Bit tentative, but could be seen to be a bit off their game, as sometimes these third and fourth bronze medal matches are. But They need to realise they're out on the court, they're in a competitive environment, they need to lift their intensity to be able to perform at this level. So help comes across and Power gets a nice shot over the taller Kalahi Fulu, and that opens the scoring here for Manawatu, and it's a tied ball game. So Moores with the ball over to Kalahi Fulu. Kalahi Fulu drives. It's nice and strong, just a little bit short there with her right hand layup, Jazz, but she did a good job of getting into the lane. Taiaroa, nice penetration, getting to the hoop. She makes the layup, but just a bit short. Moore's out there pushing the ball. In open court, Simone Barnard with a nice little flow. Well, let's call that a pass, and she passes over to Jazz Kalahi Fulu, and Kalahi Fulu finishes it off. So up and down transition for the first 2.5 minutes here of this playoff for third and fourth between Manawatu and North Harbour at this under-17s AON National Championships here in Wellington. Moore's looking to get that steal, and she does. She's in the open court, very hard to stop in the open court. Goes to her left hand, and she makes the layup, and it puts North Harbour up 4-2, sorry. Gets it back to getting deep in the lane, and Shearer helps on D against Anderson. She goes to her right hand, she makes a layup. Very aggressive move there down low by Andrews, and Andrews does a great job of getting the bucket. Shearer off to Barnard, Simone passing the ball to Kalahi Fulu. They're looking inside. Manawatu set up in a 2-3 zone, very much ball hungry. Shearer dribbles sweetly around, makes a nice attempt at a layup, and Jazz Kalahi Fulu gets the rebound and puts it back up and in, and a timeout is called. Timeout is called here by Coach Frost. If we just check the score, and the score is 6-2. So Coach Frost giving her girls an opportunity, and probably an opportunity to learn as they go. Sitting there on the side and allowing her girls and some of the more experienced players to give some feedback to the less experienced players and those who don't start or play as many minutes as the others to communicate with themselves. Coach Reid is obviously wanting a bit better production out of her players, so is asking them to front up and do some better job there offensively. They've got some open shots, a couple of missed layups, but they really need to look at converting better on those open opportunities that they've been given. So Manawatu with position here. Pass it out, North Harbour extending their defensive pressure, man-to-man defense. Kalahi Fulu comes across to help. Moores gets the rebound, pushes it out to Zalia. Zalia gets the ball and retracts back out over to Moores. Moores is wide open, but she doesn't choose to shoot. Goes to a crossover dribble. Shearer gets the ball out. Makes it quite a difficult pass to get it inside there to Jazz Kalahi Fulu, and yeah, they get a tip and it goes across. So out of bounds here for North Harbour. Simone Barnard looking around, looking inside as Manawatu do a good job of packing down there. Here's an opportunity here for Manawatu to get a as Taiaroa goes to the hole. Ooh. Tough call there on Kalahi Fulu. I thought she had a good block there on Taiaroa, but again, Taiaroa being aggressive and having the opportunity to go to the hole, she now puts herself in a chance to get 2 points. And she makes the bucket. Good hustle there by Manawatu. North Harbour secure the rebound, and they go out looking to set up their play. Long three-pointer there by Moores. And a turnover there. So that this opportunity here for the Manawatu team, playing players who don't necessarily play a lot of the minutes, or I don't like using the word bench, but maybe the less experienced ones on the court, has proven will prove quite valuable for them going forward. Unfortunately, hopefully they get an opportunity to play everyone and look inside, and they're hustling. This Manawatu are hustling. They're doing a good job of getting and disrupting this North Harbour team, who are a bit unsure how to take this strategy here by the coaching staff of Manawatu. So Manawatu here bringing the ball up, forcing the team into a kind of their normal offensive strategy. Total looking to drive to her right, throws up a prayer, doesn't go, and Jazz Kalahifulu, lovely handles from a big lady, gets out in the corner, and Morse gets a layup. Another missed layup here from North Harbour, not taking the opportunities that are presented to them, unfortunately, and are missing their shots in a turnover missed possession for Manawatu. North Harbour really should be taking advantage of the situation that's been presented in front of them by potentially being up by a little bit more. But hey, when you're in the game, here's your opportunity. Let's go at it. So they put us inside to Zalia. Zalia kicks it out to Barnard. Barnard looks open and short today. Moores again. She's so active on the offensive rebounding front. And Kalahifulu, Jazz gets up and makes a nice little short jump shot, short layup there to put them back up. So here we go. We're getting power goes to the hole, looks to kick out, and a nice layup there by Taiaroa as she makes a bucket, and the score now goes 10-7 to North Harbour with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter of this third and fourth bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour, both losing finalists. Emi Shearer misses the floaters. Taiaroa gets out in the open court. Barnard trying to get back, and Taiaroa with a bit of pressure behind her, feeling it, goes long on the layup. Kalahifulu's out in the transition position. She kicks a nice pass across to Barnard. Barnard short on her shot. That's the second shot she's been short on. There's a nice view there from Kalahifulu, ability to see that pass. So good job, and Moores again getting herself in a position to get a touch to the ball. Some substitutions here in. Rosalie Dill comes in for Barnard, and number 14, Noom Duckworth, comes in for Zalia Kalahifulu. Moores gets an intercept. She's so good at playing those passing lanes. Splits the defenders and goes up for a two and gets fouled. Foul is called on number 8 for Manawatu, Paige Taiaroa. That's Paige's first foul. Moores goes to the hole to shoot the first free throw, and she makes it. I'm really hopeful that some of the other Manawatu girls get an opportunity to play. And she makes the second. To show respect to the tournament, to the team that they're playing, to North Harbour. Giving them the opportunity to play against some of the best talent in New Zealand and some of the best players that are on the floor. Kalahifulu gets a turnover after Rosalie Dill gets her hand in the cookie jar and deflects the ball away. Kalahifulu goes to be strong. She's very strong. Moore's stepped through again long with her layup. Moore's just hasn't found her touch today. It's long on a lot of her shots and a lot of her layups. Kalahifulu gets the ball inside, out to Rosalie Dill. Rosalie, unfortunately, misses that long three-point shot. So 2 minutes 30 left to go in this game. Noom Duckworth Gets taken to the hole by Andrews, sorry, and Andrews misses the layup. Andrews is a really nice hustling player. Rosalie with the layup, and she makes it. Nice pass there by Kalahi Fulu. Has the ability to get her players open and into the game. So Taiaroa looks to go, makes a shot. Long shot there. Andrews again, she's such a hustler. Unfortunately, she stepped out, but she really gets herself into positions where she can get the ball, is strong in the game, and she does a great job of being active and positive in her environment. So good job there. A substitution there for Manawatu as Ashley Cowles comes into the game. So Moores drives to the hole. Good defense there by by Taiaroa. Unfortunately, Moores gets her own rebound, makes the basket. Oh, are they going to count it? Fouls on 20, push, and shooting 2. So fouls on Madison, and then that's an opportunity now for Moores to go to the line to shoot 2. And she misses it again. Andrews with a strong rebound over Noom Duckworth. So here we have with the ball Taiaroa with Rosalie Dill on her. Taiaroa goes strong to her right. Just short on the layup. I love the intent. I love the aggressiveness and the opportunity to get to the hoop. And she was there. She just left it short on the three-point line. And Moores and looks for that inside ball to Kalahi Fulu. She's a bit short on her shot as well. So both teams a little bit tentative now after almost 10 minutes of basketball. Not shooting very well and having the ability to, and they've had opportunities to make them, they just missed them. So Taiaroa's again, Andrew's been again aggressive, and pass there by Shearer, and unfortunately Kalahi Fulu wasn't able to pull that one in, and she misses. So the score here is 14-7 to North Harbour. North Harbour have gone about 6 or 7 deep outside of their starting 5 with Rosalie Dill and Noom Duckworth coming in, but from what I see that Coach Frost is sticking to his guns and keeping majority of his players that didn't play much yesterday in the semi-final on the bench, with only Ashley Cowles coming in and playing significant minutes from one of the top 5 players. And they've done a stellar job. They've held their own. They've given themselves an opportunity to be in this game, although being down 9 points, as Taiaroa looks to be aggressive, and Simone Barnard looks to gets a nice little steal, gets her hands there and picks it off, and she goes aggressive to the hole, makes a layup, and then misses, and that's the end of the first quarter. So that brings us to the close of quarter number 1 here in this bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour. North Harbour have the lead 16-7, with the majority of the North Harbour starters playing significant minutes, and some of the Manawatu players who generally play more than others not playing so much, with Coach Frost giving them the opportunity to get out there and experience the environment at the moment. So they've been given a quarter. It looks like he's making some substitutions now to get some of his other players on the court. So that bench squad did a good job of limiting North Harbour's opportunities. I think both teams look a bit rusty. It is a tough game to get up for. It's a difficult situation to be in when you're playing off for 3rd and 4th, and you've just come off a really, really tough game yesterday between being in the semi-finals, then unfortunately not making it, and you put yourself in a position where it's pretty tough. But now they're in this position, and now they're here to play, and it looks like Coach Frost, from the changes that I've seen now, it looks like Coach Frost has gone back to his normal starting lineup with 4A back into the floor, Coleman, Crystal and Kells, with Madison on the quarters now as well. So here we go, looking to start the second quarter, and now as Manawatu have brought their team out and are awaiting the arrival of North Harbour. North Harbour coming out after their timeout with a lead and possibly not taking advantage of the position that Coach Frost put them in, with allowing some of his younger players, his players who necessarily don't get to play as much on the floor, but it's a good experience for them and an opportunity for them to play. And now as our ladies wait here with North Harbour with a 9-point lead starting the second quarter. So North Harbour in an extended 2-3 zone, pushing their players out. Noom Duckworth, Coleman with a jump shot, and Kalahi Fulu with a rebound. So here we go, Barnard with the ball out front. Well, don't leave her open, she can shoot. She was shooting very well yesterday in the semi-final, but unfortunately just their team wasn't successful. Noom Duckworth with a drive. Rosalie Dill, she drives to her left, and a bad pass. Kels picks it off with Crystal looking to get some penetration dribbles into the hole. Coleman kicking the ball out to Kels. Kels, again, that cross-screen action, which is very popular for these Manawatu team. Just Noom Duckworth got her hand in the cookie in the passing lane, was able to turn that ball over. Shearer again, long. Both Shearer and Moores from North Harbour haven't been able to capitalise on some of the offensive opportunities that they've been given today in the game. Crystal being given an opportunity to shoot, and a foul's being called on the baseline. I think they're calling on Rochelle Foray an offensive foul. So Rochelle cleared out one of the Harbour players who were looking to box out, and so she gets called for a foul. So a turnover there by Manawatu. Unfortunately, it puts them in a bad situation. Rosalie Dill, who's a very good shooter, can shoot that three-point shot, shoots it. A nice up and under for Jazz Kalahi Fulu, and she makes the bucket. And that's what I like to see from the Kalahi Fulu girls. Very, very strong inside. They're very dominant. They're very imposing figures down there as Rosalie Dill gets out in the open court. And great hustle back there by Kels. I thought she did an amazing job to get back into on in transition D and discourage the shot there by Rosalie Dill. She did a good job. I thought she did well to get back and make an effective block, but unfortunately the referees didn't see it that way. And Coach Frost calls the timeout early here in the second quarter with 8 minutes 27 seconds to go in the second quarter of this bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu. North Harbour with an 11-point lead here in the second quarter. They've done a good job of capitalising most of it through offensive production from Jazz Kalahi Fulu down low. She's been able to get some of the offensive rebounds. She's giving herself every opportunity to make buckets, and she's done a great job. I've been very superly impressed with her development of her game and how she's doing and how she's coming along, and she's done a great job. Manawatu, on the other hand, have experimented with their bench players playing in the first quarter, and now their starters, or those players who have the who are now being asked to play a bit more. So here we go. We've got with Rosalie Dill going to the line after getting a steal and going for a layup, being fouled by Kels. And Rosalie has the opportunity now to extend North Harbour's lead out at the free throw line. Misses the first. And she makes the second. Puts the score up 19-7. Extended D there by Shearer. Shearer probably brought her hands down a little bit on the top of Kels. It was good D if she had just mirrored the ball, kept them straight up, but unfortunately they came down on top of the ball and the referee deemed that as a foul. So she puts herself in a position to be in foul trouble. The North Harbour calling out the customary defense chart. The two clips followed. which has been around for many years in the basketball scenes. Now, North Harbour playing some good, nice defense there, some hard contact by Emmy Shearer. Rosalie Dill gets out in transition, up fake and makes the bucket and draws the foul on Awaho. She's done a great job of getting back in transition, Awaho, and unfortunately she was called for the foul there, and Rosalie Dill pushed through the contact and gets the and one call. Kels is subbed out, unfortunately, for Taioro. Taioro takes the court for number 11, Kels. So Rosalie Dill now at the line to convert a three-point play, and she does. She converts a traditional, what they call a traditional three-point play, does a great job and puts North Harbour up 22-7 in a strong position at this time. North Harbour are not, I wouldn't say playing their best, but taking the their opportunities as they come. With Manawatu having Coleman doing a great job. She really has a nice knack of getting into the lane, and she makes the mid-range jump floater to give some points there. The first points of the quarter for Manawatu. Good strong screen set there by Kalahi Fulu. This is going to be a nice contest down low between Foray and Kalahi Fulu, and Kalahi Fulu makes a strong move, strong body, great shoulder work, and gets the bucket over the top of Foray. So that's a good start there, and Crystal, unfortunately, and Coleman have a miscommunication, and the ball goes out of bounds. So Shearer gets a sub as Zalia Kalahifulu comes into the game, and an opportunity here for North Harbour to extend their lead just a little bit further as Barnard gets into the lane. Kalahifulu looks for that cross-court pass, very dangerous pass as Awaho gets a hand to it. As Coach Frost is animated on the sideline, not really sure what he's arguing with the referees about. You get the turnover, you got the position change, so I'd be happy. But anyway, let's move Taioro, bringing up the ball with North Harbour now in an extended man-to-man defence. They're bringing their players out. Awahoa gets the ball taken off her by Kalahifulu. Kalahifulu goes to her left hand, misses. Rosalie Dill there again. Kalahifulu strong, gets offensive rebound and goes up. She's doing a great job. She's working so hard down there, Kalahifulu. It's really impressive to see a young offense player, her strength and her size, getting up and down the court as she does. She's done more credit to her fitness and her work ethic. Great job. And a foul being called there on Simone Barnard as Taioro looks to penetrate and get aggressive and get to the hoop, and foul is called on Simone Barnard there for North Harbour. So Taioro to the line. The opportunity here to get her team into double figures late in the second quarter, early in the second quarter, and she does. And she makes the second, so Taioro makes the second shot, and a substitution. Mackenzie Belcher comes in for Simone Barnard. And Mackenzie Belcher, obviously a very synonymous name for the New Zealand basketball community. Her father this week announcing that he'll be retiring from the National Basketball League in New Zealand after many years of playing, and his service to basketball is without question been huge, probably one of the biggest contributors to New Zealand basketball we have in many years with Tall Blacks and NBL things. But Mackenzie looking to make a name for herself, and she's also an avid touch player as well, from what I hear. So Foray drives to the hoop between the Kalahifulu sisters, makes a strong move, gets a bucket, and a foul. And the foul is being called on Jazz Kalahifulu. And Foray now has an opportunity to go. And that's Jazz's second foul on Jazz Kalahifulu early in the second quarter. Foul trouble has troubled some of these players, as yesterday, as we see Foray knock down the second free throw, and Foray was one who experienced foul trouble yesterday, fouling out early in the second quarter of the semi-final, which put Manawatu in a precarious situation, and assisted Waikato, didn't necessarily assist Waikato in the win, but it didn't help Manawatu at all, as Rosalie Dill makes a nice drive to the middle free throw line, extended and then free throw line, and then makes a jump shot and goes in. Coleman driving, getting in deep into the lane over the top of Moores, and misses her second shot after getting her own offensive rebound. Moores gets out in open court. Now with going to her right, help side there. Zalia Kalahifulu makes a ball fake and takes some heavy contact there for Foray. I thought that possibly could have been called a foul, but it wasn't, unfortunately. And Noon Duckworth comes in for Jazz Kalahifulu, and Cowles comes back in for Coleman as they make some substitutions here early. Here in the second quarter, unfortunately, our clock's gone out, guys, but we'll continue to keep you updated on how the clock is going and what's the time on it. Get inside the Foray. She's double teamed by Shearer and Kalahifulu, and she just kicks it long on that layup. She was there, it was a good position. She made a nice strong move, and unfortunately just missed the opportunity to get off as Moores takes a long jump shot, and she knocks it down. So Moores trying to get herself back into this game after being a bit quiet in the first 15 minutes of this game, making some missed layups and such. So now North Harbour have gone back into a 2-3 zone, packing down in on their post player with a jump shot there, and Foray gets her offensive rebound. She's so strong, so tall, and does a great job and soft touch and puts it back in over the top of Zalia Kalahifulu and Shearer. Maddie Crystal missing that three-point shot there. Sorry, I was just struggling to find who it was. So substitution here as Jazz Kalahifulu comes in with North Harbour up 30-16 against Manawatu in this bronze medal match in the Under-17 National Championships between North Harbour and Manawatu. Cowles being some strong aggressive defence there and causes a turnover. Good defence there from Cowles as Emmy Shearer tried to go behind her back and just lost control of it as Taioro looks to go for a nice little floating jump shot. Moores gets the offensive rebound. She's very dangerous in transition, looking to go to her left. Nice crossover dribble, comes back to the middle and makes a shot, and Cowles fouls her from behind as she goes to the line to make it into a three-point play. Nice strong move. And Cowles gets called for the foul, and looks like she'll be subbed out as that might be her third foul here in the second quarter. Nice second foul. Nice move there by Moores. She struggled a bit in transition today, and that was a really pretty move getting to the hole as she makes the free throw, putting North Harbour up to 33. Manawatu gets the ball to Maddie Crystal. Crystal with the ball up top, and she rotates the ball to Cowles. Cowles to Coleman. Coleman tried to get the ball into Awahoa, and she gets the ball out to Mackenzie, makes the steal. Rosalie Dill again hustling to get back in transition. Emmy Shearer. I thought she was very unlucky to get that call, but she did step out and she was just on the line. So turnover there, but again, a nice push up by Rosalie Dill. She's really getting out and transitioning and putting herself in a position to score in transition. The team's finding her the ball too as best they can. So Manawatu here at the moment down by 17 to North Harbour as North Harbour look to go inside to Foray. She's looking to be strong. Great defence there by Kalahifulu. Put Foray under pressure after Foray had a couple of early buckets on Kalahifulu, or actually it was on her sister. But Jazz did a great job as Jess Moores just passes it to no one and gets back and fouls Maddie Crystal. Compounding the turnover now, Jessica Moores gets a foul and allows Maddie Crystal to go to the line, and a timeout is called by Coach Frost now for the Manawatu team with 3 minutes and 3 minutes. Sorry guys, we're having some issues with the Wi-Fi in the stadium, so if you see some sort of jumping between clock, it's affecting our feed, so we apologise for that, but we're doing the best we can to try and improve it. But just during this timeout, Coach Reid here looking to just settle her players. They have a relatively comfortable lead up, 17 points at this moment, late in the second quarter. But obviously everyone can improve and do a bit better, and giving the opportunity for Manawatu now to try and capitalise on some of their opportunities here. So here's this bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu. Manawatu down early, and although Harbour are up on the back really of Jazz Kalahi-Fulu, who's really carried this team scoring wise early in this half. There's been contributions from Rosalie Dill and Jessica Moores, has come to the party late here in the second quarter. Maddie Crystal misses her first free throw. And she makes the second. So good opportunity here for Emi Shearer to get the ball over the court. Coleman putting some extended pressure on her as they go to a nice on-ball screen there. Rosalie Dill looking to go inside. Passes to Boucher. Boucher goes up for a nice little floater. Unfortunately, just a bit short there, and Kalahi-Fulu couldn't get her hands on the offensive rebound, and Manawatu have the turnover and possession. Coleman with the ball. North Harbour extending their pressure out, putting some double team action here on Maddie Crystal at halfway. Mackenzie Boucher gets the steal, goes up and makes the right hand layup. Good extended pressure there by North Harbour. Mackenzie Boucher was able to get a hand to the ball, effect the steal and make an easy layup down in transition. So good job there for Harbour getting a turnover early in that possession. And as Cowes goes to the hole, looks for a floater or a jump shot and misses long. Shearer with the ball out front now, looking to pass the ball around to Moores. Moores looking inside. They always look inside to Kalahi-Fulu, which is a great option. Rosalie Dill wide open in the corner. She puts the shot up and she knocks it down. Rosalie Dill is a great shooter from out in the corners there, and she was wide open. Good find by Mackenzie Boucher, and Rosalie knocks it down. Shearer up guarding on Coleman as Coleman passes the ball back out to Andrews. Andrews looking to rotate it deep to Maddie Crystal in the corner, and Maddie, well, I thought that was going down, but she just went a little bit long and missed that. But it was a nice shot and a good find from Andrews. Manawatu struggling to put points on the board this quarter, and in this game, especially in this bronze medal match, which an opportunity now for you to get bronze medal and come third in the nation, which is a good. And Rosalie wide open again in the corner, and just a bit long on that attempt, but she was wide open. Emi Shearer gets deep into the lane, pops it out to Moores. Jess Moores looking for a nice crossover. Great defense there by Foray. Great defense. Boucher wide open at the top for three. And it goes! Lovely kiss there for Mackenzie Boucher. She knocks an open three-pointer down from the top of the key. Puts North Harbour up. And now they sit back in their 2-3 zone. So North Harbour here up by 24 points. With Rosalie Dill being subbed out for number 9, Waiaria Rogers. Waiaria was a good contributor yesterday in their loss to Taranaki, but did some good things and was very aggressive offensively and defensively as Coleman gets a misdirected pass. And was unlucky to get the shot down. Mackenzie Boucher, after the hustle from Jazz Kalahi-Fulu, gets the rebound and pushes Harbour into their transition and then sets them up into the offense. Goes through their set offense. Shearer passes the ball out. Boucher's wide open. Probably should have taken it. Gets deep into the lane and is fouled. The referee calls a foul on Foray, I think, on Boucher. Yeah, so Foray is unfortunately called for. Was it 16? I think she called on 16. So Andrews is called for the foul as Mackenzie Boucher goes to the line to shoot a pair of free throws and misses the first. And she lines second and misses the second. Foray gets the rebound. Maddie Crystal gets the ball out up the sideline, and a tip to the ball by North Harbour by Waiaria Rogers, and unfortunately that goes out of bounds and Manawatu with possession. So here we go, Manawatu down 24 points, trying to claw their way back into the game, with North Harbour extending out their pressure. Andrews inside, and a foul being called there on Jazz Kalahi-Fulu, and if it is called on her, that will be her third foul. As Coach Reid looks to substitute her out and put in Noom Duckworth. It was great defensive effort, but Kalahi-Fulu just at the last minute, her feet coming down, her hands coming down and causing contact on Andrews and being called for the foul. So Andrews goes to the line for free throw. And she misses the first. Again, apologies if you're unable to see the time. We're having issues with our Wi-Fi within the stadium, so just bear with us as we try and fix this problem as best we can. Andrews goes to the line for a second. And she makes the second free throw. So here we go. They cut the lead back down to 23 points. North Harbour up 23 against Manawatu. Mackenzie Boucher being aggressive, and Cows, boy, she likes to get on the floor a lot. She's done a good job there. Maddie Crystal gets the ball to Coleman. Coleman against Noom Duckworth. Coleman probably could have done a better job there of making some initial contact and getting into the chest of her defending player. And late in the second quarter, halftime, gets the ball up, and that's halftime here in this bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour. North Harbour up 41-18 here in Wellington at the Aon National Championships for the under-17 age groups. Manawatu really struggled a little bit. They only scored 11 points that quarter to get the ball in the basket. Foray doing most of their scoring for them down low, but doing the best that they can to try and pull themselves back in and do the best that they can to do what they to get some points on the board. North Harbour, on the other hand, have consolidated after a shaky first quarter and really done well to push and extend their lead out here in the second quarter of this bronze medal match. So welcome back for the second half of this bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu in this under-17s Aon National Championship here in Wellington. Big producers from the first half, Jazz Kalahi Fulu and also Jess Moores has done a good job of coming back into the late and second half. But Manawatu really struggling here to get some points on the board. Done some good jobs. towards the middle part of the second quarter, but 4A hasn't had the opportunity here to produce offensively as she would have liked to, or she has in the past. Probably haven't had the opportunity really to execute offensively as best they can. They did some good offensive execution yesterday in the semi-final, so hopefully they can do that here and improve a bit better in this quarter here. I'm sure Coach Frost, after seeing that opportunity to talk to his team, just a bit of history with Coach Frost. He's been around for such a very, very long time. Was one of my first coaches at the New Zealand level. We played in Adelaide and a couple of other tournaments playing in New Zealand under 18s. He was a good coach, a good communicator. We struggled a little bit over there in our tournament, but really liked Coach Frost's animation. Some people were a little bit intimidated by how animated and loud he is, but I appreciate it, and I think it shows the passion and the love that he's still doing it after so many years being in the game. So all credit to those coaches, as we need more and more of our experienced people around the basketball trips that contribute to assist our young people to get better and better. So here we go, Shearer with the ball out to Moores. Moores looking to rotate it around as Manawatu get back into their zone, and Shearer hits a huge three down earlier in this third quarter, which can be a bit of a dagger. Trying to get back into this game, Manawatu extended their pressure, their zone, and did a good job, but Shearer hit a contested three-point shot as Kalahi Fulu makes a huge block there on Andrews, as Andrews went for a layup, and Kalahi Fulu did a great job of recovering, having to cover and two defenders, and did a good job and got her hand out and got a piece of it and blocked the shot. As they get Moores gets a steal, gets out into open penetration. Doesn't really take the best opportunity or shot that she could have, but at least she got the steal and got out there and did a good job of doing it, as Kells was on the ball. There's number 5 here for Leah Powick for Manawatu gets the ball. 4A looking inside. Kells rotates the ball down to Maddie Crystal. Maddie Crystal open for 3, and Kells hustles to get the offensive rebound. She does a great job hustling to get the offensive rebound. Ashley, and she does a good job to get him. Powell gets the ball back. Interesting pass to Kells. Kells gets it across to Andrews. Andrews looks for a contested jump shot and is short. So here we are, 44-18. The Manawatu down by 26 points here in the bronze medal match between North Harbour and them. A cross-court pass to Noom Duckworth. Noom Duckworth up to Simone Barnard. Barnard over back to Shearer, and they're looking to get some cross-screen action for Moores down low for a long-range jump shot, and she misses. Besides the hustle from Zalia Kalahifulu, unfortunately, the ball goes out, and Manawatu secure position. So here we are, coming down, 8 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in this quarter. Cowles gets the ball, and she pushes it up as a double team comes from North Harbour, and then they retreat out of it, and Moores just puts the pressure on as Noom Duckworth gets Andrews down low, with Moores getting her hand in the passing lane and having the ability to stop any kind of internal passing, and Manawatu get the ball baseline with 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. Nice move there, passing to 4A. 4A needs to make that, and she does. Really good passing in it from that out of bounds play there from Manawatu, bringing cutting the lead down, now down by 24. Manawatu in this extended 3-2 zone. North Harbour choosing to put Barnard in the middle of that zone after coming off a split screen or cross screen, as Shearer pulls deep. She pulls up deep behind the three-point line out of that zone as Maddie Crystal gets the rebound. And after a bit of pressure there by Zalia Kalahifulu on 4A, passing it back to Maddie Crystal, and Crystal and her have a miscommunication and turn the ball over. So Harbour here trying to get a turnaround of position and getting some adding to their advantage already, as Barnard runs cross screen across the two, which I think is meant to be a staggered screen or two screeners down on the baseline to get her open in the opposite corner, but Cowles cuts the passing lane off and gets her hands to it, so she has the ability to stop that coming through. And a 5-second call. 2 5-second calls in a row, one last game, one in this game. So good defense there by Manawatu, restricting the opportunities for this team to get in there, and so they did a great job of getting the turnover. So here we go, Manawatu now with the ball, 7 minutes 33 seconds to go in this third quarter of the bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu at the AON Under-17 National Championships. Emmy Shearer with the ball out of bounds, and Noom Duckworth coming back to help her. This quarter's been an interesting quarter as who's coming into the game. Andrews gets subbed out, and number 21, Grace Attenborough, is subbed in for Manawatu. Again, apologies for those who are looking for the time. We've had some issues with our Wi-Fi within the stadium, and it causes a mixed message back from our cameras to our set. So if it sometimes fades out or the time doesn't look consistent, it's just the issue we're experiencing at the moment. So doing a good job. So the missed 3-point shot there by Moores, and she recovers back in defence. So Harbour looking to extend their pressure out defensively on Maddie Crystal. Maddie Crystal gets it on into Powick. Powick drives, kicks to Grace Attenborough. Attenborough out to Maddie Crystal. Crystal looks for her open jump shot. She misses, but Powick gets the rebound. She's done a good job hustling here, Leah Powick, and another drive, strong drive there by Cowles. Foray gets a hand to it, which causes an offensive rebound. Noon Duckworth gets her hand in there and forces a turnover back to North Harbour's way and gets the benefit, and Barnard gets to the hole and a foul. Barnard misses the layup, causing Zalia to come in for the offensive rebound, and in her aggression of trying to get to the offensive rebound gets called for a foul. So Powick with the ball extended out there on the 45. Maddie Crystal open for three. Unable again. She's had a lot of opportunities, Crystal, to knock down some open shots, and they just haven't fallen for her today. She just hasn't been able to capitalise on that. And basketball, this quarter's getting a bit messy. Not a lot of scoring, a lot of turnovers. It seems to be a very term used often in basketball is a bit junky. There's a lot of what they word is junk it up, making it difficult for players to get open, difficult for people to get up their shots off, and it seems that the pressure is telling here in this third quarter of this bronze medal match, and a lot of the players just don't have the ability to adjust. Cal's strong move, makes contact, and one. She goes down. Boy, she's tough. You could see as soon as she got the ball, she was going to be aggressive and go to the hole. She did a great job, put her body between the defender and got her to her right hand and made the basket. Good job there by Ashley Cowell. She did a good job of being aggressive, trying to get the basket, and she does. So Ashley Cowell has an opportunity now to go up by a three. To make this a 3-point play. Shoots it and makes the bucket. Now Manawatu down 21 points here in halfway through the third quarter of this bronze medal match. Rotating the ball out top, Noon Duckworth to Shearer, and then North Harbour run this really nice cross play for Barnard. Barnard gets it across to Rosalie Dill. Late in the shot clock, Barnard gets it up and makes it. Shoots the three she can shoot. She shot really well yesterday in the semi-final and has that ability to knock it down. So she did a great job there of knocking down that open 3-point shot late in the shot clock. Cowles with the ball up top as they look to get in inside the 4-8. Nice drop step move. She comes wide open, puts Zalia Kolehifulu on her back and just lays it right up, and they need more of that from Foray. She needs to get more involved, more active and demand the ball more inside, because she's very tough to defend down there. Shearer comes in, looks to drive, going to her left, uses her left. Foray with a nice strong rebound. Maddie Crystal gets the ball out in transition, leading the break. Shearer picks her up, stops the ball, gets it into Cowles. Cowles again rotating Maddie Crystal wide open. Nice job inside, great drop step. Good defense from Kolehifulu. And a step through from Foray, and that's 2 buckets in a row, and a timeout being called here by North Harbour. Coach Reid looking to adjust her defense to try and negate some of the positive work that Foray's doing down low. She's done a good job, Rochelle, of getting herself into position to score, taking on the North Harbour interior defense, and at the moment has scored 2 baskets in a row. And Coach Reid probably takes a strategic timeout to say to his team, hey, listen, let's let's regroup. Let's remember what our defensive principles are, what we want to do to people in the post, and let's try and do them. Fouray's hit 2 buckets in a row, and I mentioned earlier in the third quarter, in order for Manawatu to really get back into this game, and I think she needs to be more of a presence, be more aggressive, get an opportunity for her to score. She's very difficult to defend down low. Both Jazz and Zalia Kalahifulu have done a good job on defending her, but Foray hasn't had an opportunity really to be aggressive down low, and she's doing it now early in this, halfway through this third quarter, and she's getting results. So hopefully we can see more of that to assist Manawatu to cut into this 20-point lead that North Harbour have. So Foray gets called for a foul as Zalia Kalahifulu goes up for a layup, and Foray just unfortunately gets called for a foul as her hands come down. Kalahifulu at the free throw line. She makes the first. And she makes the misses the second, gets her own offensive rebound, makes a tough pass to Noom Duckworth. Simone Barnard gets out there. Noom Duckworth gets the offensive rebound again, looking a bit messy. Rosalie Dill with Cowles all over her. Cowles is such an aggressive defender and really puts a lot of effort into everything she does, and gets a positive outcome there from her active hands and her aggressive defense. Getting it down low, Power just got caught in a position which she was unable to get out of, and turn the ball over to North Harbour. 4 minutes 54 seconds to go here in this bronze medal match as Rosalie fires a 3-point shot in an unorthodox fashion, but it goes in, and it doesn't matter how it looks as long as it goes in. So great shot there by Rosalie. And substitution here, Mackenzie Boucher and Jess Moore's come in for Emmy Shearer and Simone Barnard as they take a seat for halfway through this. 4 minutes 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Extended zone pressure. Cowles has been strong again. Boy, she's tough. Unfortunately misses the opportunity. Moores gets another a turnover with her aggressive defense. Gets her hands in the cookie jar. Mackenzie Boucher with the ball up top. Looks to drive. Noon Duckworth assumes the threat position. I think that may have went off the backboard. Very hard angle to do so, but she has obviously mastered that art and was able to get that off the backboard. Missed layup, missed opportunity there by Grace Attenborough, and Manawatu aren't doing themselves any favours by missing a lot of these opportunities. Just past the Mackenzie Boucher. Boucher puts herself in a position to make the layup, and she does. Nice penetration dribble there by Jess. And they make a bucket there. Harbour with the ball. Getting the ball out. Rosalie Dill open again in the corner. Oh, it comes close to making another 3-point shot. If Manawatu are going to continue to leave her open down there in the quarter, she's going to continue to try and take the shot. So here we are, 26 points down, Manawatu up against, and that's where they need to go. Get in inside to the big girl. Great defense there by Noon Duckworth and Kalahifulu. Jess Moore's again on the ground, and turnover to Harbour. It's an opportunity here for them to get some of their other players in the game as Zalia Kalahifulu comes out, and she's substituted for Emmy Shearer, and Emmy Shearer comes in to contribute to the game. So Moores gets the ball out along the baseline. Rosalie Dill being absolutely aggressive again, and a nice, very, very nice step through move by Rosalie to her left hand, left side, and makes a layup. Rosalie's been very impressive in this game. Has done a good job of providing a platform for the rest of her team who, for example, some of their normal offensive contributors, as Grace Attenborough gets a basket as she gets into the lane. North Harbour's normal contributors, the likes of Moores and Emmy Shearer, probably haven't scored as much as they have in other games, and so Rosalie Dill has really picked up the slack in that area, with Mackenzie Boucher being aggressive going to the hole. Three-point shot there. Big three-point shot there for Harbour as they go up. They start to extend their lead just a little bit further, closing in on 30 points up, 29 points. Now 31-60 for North Harbour in this bronze medal match between Manawatu. Taiaroa looking to go up, and Noon Duckworth with a strong rebound. Taiaroa being overly aggressive and gets called for the foul. Sometimes these games are tough to get up for Manawatu, and it seems as though that this might be a mountain too high to climb for them, and North Harbour are being relatively ruthless, which I agree with. You know, when you're in this position, it's a bronze medal match, third in the nation is still a success, and so you know, you're going out there to win, and you win well. Mackenzie again with the three-point shot, and long on that occasion. Manawatu with the ball out of bounds. Emmy Shearer with extended pressure on Cowles as Taiaroa looks to bring the ball up. Done a stellar job, Taiaroa, with the opportunity she's had. Maddie Crystal calling out Grace Attenborough. Attenborough unfortunately just gets a little touch to the ball after pressure defence there from Noon Duckworth, and the ball's turned over back to North Harbour. Mackenzie Boucher with the ball up top, looking to penetrate. She passes the ball out. Shearer goes baseline against a tough defender in Cowles. Moores goes again through, splits the defense and makes the layup. There's Jess Moores that we're after. She's been a bit quiet this game, but that was a nice move, splitting the defense, getting into the lane. And she gets a steal and an open layup. Looked a bit tired there on that layup, but she was open and she got it. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter of this bronze medal match between North Harbour. Harbour really taking strong ascendancy now in this game, pushing their lead out above 30 points and forcing Manawatu into a position where now it's playing for time and trying to do their best to be as effective as they can offensively. Forgive us again for the clock. We're having issues with the signal back to our thing, and so we don't really know how long to go. But Manawatu get the ball, and as we see it counting down, and that's the end of the third quarter. Manawatu 33, North Harbour 64. Manawatu down by 31 points. In a tough position now with 10 minutes to go in their tournament. Potentially in this age, this is the last time them playing in this age group. So now playing for pride, playing for an opportunity for them to maybe try some things that they haven't tried before. North Harbour, and now is an opportunity maybe to blood some players that they haven't played much in these last two games, an opportunity for them to experience what it's like to play at this level in preparation maybe for next year for some of the bottom age ladies. So, you know, there's still a lot to play for here, even though being down by a considerable amount, there's still a lot to play for and a lot to experience for some of these teams here in this bronze medal match. They should really look to do those things to try and improve not only the outcome, but improve experience, so that when they're at this rep level again, either next year or going forward into the under-19 age groups, they have an opportunity to be experienced, and so when they come across it again, they know what to expect. So we've got less than a minute to go in this quarter time. Looking for an opportunity now for North Harbour, who have made some substitutions. We have number 8 coming into the game, which is Alan Moore. Waiadia Rogers is in, Jess Moores and Emmy Shearer. So a smaller lineup for North Harbour, experimenting on a kind of a guard-heavy lineup and being quick and fast with Manawatu, with Cowles, Taiaroa, Awaho and Attenborough out there, and Maddie Crystal on the ball. So here we go, last 10 minutes of this bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu. Manawatu down by a considerable amount as Boucher looks to play the passing lane, just misses the pass as Taiaroa dribbles to her right, gets the pass, puts a shot up, and a nice rebound there by Alan Moore. Moore with a strong rebound, and she gets it back to Moores. Not Moore. Moores makes a drive to the middle. Mackenzie back out to Moore. Moore looks for the open 3, and just to the left of the hoop there and misses. Nice run out there by Cowles as she goes to her left hand and makes a nice layup after Maddie Crystal pushes the ball up in possession. So she's done a good job there as as Shearer gets deep into the lane and has the ability to make the bucket. It's an opportunity now for these ladies to really get some experience. Mackenzie Boucher just reaches over the top. Nice to have it over the top, and opportunity for them to play. Grace Attenborough with the ball inside. Gets it up to Taiaroa. Taiaroa gets the ball over to Maddie Crystal. Maddie Crystal hasn't shot well today, unfortunately, and it's just compounded the opportunities and limited the opportunities that Manawatu have. Generally, relatively a good shooter and hasn't really capitalised today, with Shearer going to the hole, and she makes an easy layup over the top of Cowles. So we see at the moment Cowles driving to her left side. Nice little runner there, and Kalahi Fulu has the ability to get the rebound and go straight and stop the offensive rebounding and go up. Shearer with the ball looks to go inside to Kalahi Fulu. Strong. She kicks it out to Boucher. Boucher thinks about it for a second, drives, kicking across. Nice passing there by Moore to Rogers. Rogers over to Boucher. Boucher looking to shoot the 3 and just a bit long. So Boucher was just a bit long there on her attempts, and a foul being called on number 10, Emmy Shearer. So Emmy Shearer unfortunately has missed a couple of opportunities, and just missed there. So Attenborough drives to the hole. Awaho gets the rebound, and Awaho makes the rebound. And non-assuming, her teammates are going wild on the sideline, cheering her on, and she's just like, yeah, it's another day in the office. I'm carrying on. I've got a game to play. So good job from Awaho as Jazz Kalahi fully goes to her left hand, misses the shot. And so turnover there. Maddie Crystal on the ground with Emmy Shearer. Shearer and Crystal battle for the rebound. Possession now points towards North Harbour, and they get the possession in this game. 7 minutes left here in the fourth quarter of this bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour. Oh, well, Mackenzie may have got to go away with the carry ball there. But you make your own luck and put yourself in a position. She gets on the ground, Mackenzie. Nice. Oh, and nice pass to Moore. Moore with the pass to Shearer. Shearer open for 3, and she makes it. Well, now they're starting to make their shots now, North Harbour. It's really going to be quite, obviously, almost impossible now for Manawatu to come back. But it is, like I said, it's, you know, when any of you young players are in this position in the future, never give up. Always keep trying. Try things that you may not get an opportunity to try and practice. There's no simulation best for than an actual game. So, you know, try moves, do things that you haven't done before, listen to the coach's directives and put effort in. The worst thing you can do as a player if your team is down by a considerable amount is to stop playing or to not play hard. So, you know, this is not a motivational speak, it's just a bit of advice for those young players who may be in this similar situation, is to always play hard, even regardless of what the score is, even if you're up by a lot or even down by a lot. So Taiaroa with the free throw, goes to the free throw line to shoot, misses her first. Taiaroa now goes to the line to shoot her second and makes it. Nice shot there by Taiaroa as she makes her second. And Paige promptly gets subbed out for Andrews. So Sophie Andrews comes in for Paige Taiaroa as Mackenzie Boucher brings the ball over halfway, and good pressure defense there by Harata Coleman. Harata was out there extending it as Morse. Nice block there by Foray. Lovely block there. Way to keep working hard on your defense for Foray, and she's done a good job of getting it, and Coleman is open at the corner jump shot and knocks it down at that high post area. She does a good job of making that shot. No defenders onto as Andrews is putting pressure on Shearer. Shearer getting deep into the lane, almost doing the splits by putting herself as Mackenzie Boucher is fouled by Foray, I think is what's happening. As Rochelle was called for a foul, just extending her hips just a little wider than they should outside her cylinder, and is charged with a foul on Mackenzie Boucher. So 5 minutes, 58 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of the bronze medal match between North Harbour and Manawatu. Manawatu doing a great job of trying to keep being competitive after being obviously outmatched on the scoreboard here today. Kalahi Fulu has been a great, lovely move there by Kalahi Fulu. And awesome effort and energy there by Noom Duckworth, I think it was. No, it wasn't number 4, sorry. I apologise, it's Emma Bone. Emma Bone getting in. And Foray gets between Kalahi Fulu and Mackenzie Boucher, gets the basket and the foul, an opportunity to go up a bit more. So Foray goes to the line. She goes to the line here pushes it forward to Mackenzie Boucher. Boucher getting the ball out into Kalahi Fulu. Kalahi Fulu looking to rotate the ball, and Andrews, is it Andrews? No, it is Powick. Powick putting a lot of pressure there externally on the defense and gets a tip to the ball. Timeout being called by Coach Frost. Frost wants to talk about some things here, being down by 29 points halfway through this fourth quarter of this bronze medal match. Like I was saying earlier, I think it's important, especially when you're in this position, whether you're the team down by a lot or you're the team up by a lot, to focus on the small things of your game. Try and improve some of those things, those areas. One of the most important things, though, is that you don't lose focus and determination. Keep motivated, keep ensuring that you pay the respect both to your opposition, but also to the game of basketball. You know, it's an opportunity for you. It's a little bit disrespectful if you're not playing hard. So make sure you continue to play hard and keep up with what is going on. So here we are, 5 minutes 29 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, but the bronze medal match. Bronze medal relatively decided here. North Harbour should be proud of themselves. They come from a strong, obviously, basketball program, many numbers, a lot of participation, good resources and facilities. The New Zealand Breakers have their stronghold in the North Harbour region, so they have a lot of resources that they align with the New Zealand Breakers, and so you know, it's a good effort for these under 17 girls, as they've had the opportunity now to participate and get involved with this tournament, and looking to get a bronze medal out of this under 17 Aeons National Championship here in Wellington, New Zealand. So who's Andrews gets it inside to Grace Attenborough. Attenborough out to Coleman, long two, and the ball bounces through both Shearer and Kalahi Fulu's hands, and Foray goes for a little bit of a walk and unfortunately is unable to get the pass off that she was and gets called for a travel or a progress or taking too many steps. Miscommunication there from Shearer and Boucher, both looking at each other thinking who was supposed to get that ball. And in the end, Manawatu get the ball and turn the ball over. Powick with a nice up fake, goes to her right, just misses the shot, unfortunately. As Grace Attenborough gets the rebound. Was it Grace Attenborough? Yes, it was. Gets the rebound, goes up, gets fouled, and now has an opportunity to make some free throws and go to the free throw line. So we're looking forward to the third, fourth place game coming up next between Waikato under-17s and North Harbour under-17s. Both of those boys losing in their semi-finals. And then following the next game, which is the third and fourth playoff for the boys' championships, will be the girls' final between Waikato and Taranaki. And the boys' final after that will be Auckland versus Wellington, two of the two largest cities in New Zealand being represented here in the Nationals. Foray with a layup, and she goes up and makes the bucket. Good job for Foray. She's put herself in a position to get the offensive rebound and go straight back up. Mackenzie Boucher with the ball extended out the top of the key. Bone with the ball. Boucher makes a backdoor cut. Passes a bit long. Powick with the ball in the open court. Transition. Passes off to Grace Attenborough. Attenborough to Andrews. Andrews goes up. Just short on the layup. Stays with it and makes it again. Good effort there by Andrews. She's really positive. Always 100%, putting everything into what she's doing. Whether it's defense, as you can see out there, or it's offense. She's really trying, working hard, putting energy and effort in. Shearer gets past her. Kalahi Fulu short on that layup. Nice effort there by Bone. Bone gets in. Kalahi Fulu makes the pass to Andrews. Andrews gets her hands on it. Needs to be careful here. She walks straight into a double team. Attenborough goes to the hole. Over the top of Bone. Bone misses and gets the rebound. She pushes out. Boucher's out. Leaking out for a layup. And she makes the easy layup. Good effort there by Coleman getting back. So Manawatu have been able to cut the lead back to 27. But again, it's just not enough as we're coming to the close of the last 3 minutes of this game. Coleman steps back for a three and is just short and out of bounds and goes to Harbour. Substitutions coming in for North Harbour. Number 11, Maya McBurney, and number 8 is Summer Ella Moore. So McBurney is seeing her first action of today in this bronze medal match. Boucher with a tough pass, trying to get it inside to Kalahi Fulu, and then Boucher gets back and compounds it with a foul. Pass probably wasn't on by Boucher. I know the intent was there and trying to look to get people involved, but pass probably wasn't on, and then she compounds the mistake or the turnover with a foul. Coleman goes to the line to shoot. And she makes it. Great job by Coleman here, being aggressive late in this fourth quarter, and she makes the second. Boucher with the ball as Manawatu look to extend their pressure. McBurney turns the ball over having it in her hands. And the North Harbour bench is still very animated and positive about the situation, chanting the customary defense. Bone tried to get in from out of bounds, but you have to, the rule states that you have to establish 2 feet in bounds before you are in there. And so Manawatu with the ball down low for it. I love her drop step. She's very deliberate in it, but because she's doing it, it's fundamentally really nice to be able to see someone going to a nice drop step as Bone looks to go inside Kalahifulu. She does a spin move, loses possession of the ball and also position for her team. And we have a timeout being called here by Coach Reid as North Harbour go up. They're up now by 25 points. Sorry, had to do my math. Something I haven't really been strong at in the past, but and now calling a timeout. Coach Reid going through the motions there for her team as well as Coach Frost. Coach Reid has been around and has played and has done a lot of things in basketball, especially in North Harbour and throughout Auckland. Has a husband who's also a referee, and an oldest daughter at the moment who's playing some good ball, Te Rā. So very connected to the basketball community, Coach Reid, and has done some good things with these young ladies here this week at this National Under-17s tournament here in Wellington. North Harbour here extending the pressure, again showing respect to basketball by continuing to play hard, continuing to keep it a challenging and competitive environment. Bone out front on Powick. Powick, Rosalie Dill gets a steal. Was in the right place at the right time, wasn't necessarily expecting it, but she got the ball as Coleman and Attenborough put pressure defence on Rosalie Dill. Dill gets a pass across as Boucher takes a nice little two-foot runner. And Kalahifulu is called for the foul after trying to be aggressive and getting the position of the ball. So we have less than 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of this bronze medal match. Opportunity now for the team to push out as they are now in the penalty, and Manawatu will shoot after every foul. And Coleman misses the second. So we're counting down here. Minute 45, minute 42 left in this third and fourth playoff match for the bronze medal here. North Harbour have it all signed, sealed and delivered. Have been the better team today, have been more aggressive, have contributed and finished off on their opportunities and done a good job of really finishing and closing out this third and fourth match here, putting themselves in a position to get a bronze medal, get a third place at a national tournament. It does help with your settings for the following year for your next team coming through. So, you know, it's always good to stay competitive and look to win as many games as you can so that your settings for the next year, for those you might not be coming, but those who are coming after you, for your association, for your region, can put themselves in a good opportunity to get in a positive outcome. Aggression there on the floor, and they call Coleman for a travel. Probably what I would have thought it was, but good job there by Coleman being positive and aggressive. Mackenzie Boucher with the ball at top. McBurney with the ball. McBurney passing it to Rosalie Dill and another turnover. So North Harbour continue to extend the pressure here, and they do. They force a turnover. They force a turnover here. The referee calls that a possession should go to North Harbour. Harbour go through their baseline cross screen play. Bone steps out for the pass as McBurney gets the ball. She rotates it across to Mackenzie Boucher. Boucher, nice little fake dribble, tries to split through both Powick and Foray as Andrews gets out. Bone tries to attempt a block there, but Andrews gets a nice little layup and closes this game down. We've got less than a minute to go here in this bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour. Harbour, unfortunately, too strong today for Manawatu. Done a great job of converting their opportunities. Have scored 73 points, which is again a positive way of contributing. Very upset at herself. Thought she may have got the block there. A bit disappointed in the call. Gets her 5th foul. Didn't want to foul out, obviously very disappointed. Tried to stay in the game as long as she could. But unfortunately she fouls out, and Maddie Crystal gets subbed back into the game. And that comes to a close. 27 seconds left in this bronze medal match between Manawatu and North Harbour. Both have done a good job and stellar job. Both organisations and both areas have done a good job as Joshua Koiman, I hope I'm saying that right, makes the first free throw, and she makes the second. Oh, sorry. Forgive me, I'm reading off the wrong sheet. That was Rosalie Dill that made the 2 free throws. So the Bone gets the rebound. Less than 20 seconds to go. Last shot opportunity here for North Harbour. Less than 10 seconds to go. Again, we've got a bit of a lag on our clock as Bone takes a shot. Less than a second to go with the ball out of bounds for North Harbour. As we come to a close, Harbour getting in and out of bounds play, less than a second remaining on the clock. Rosalie Dill looks to get the ball in, and the time runs out. So congratulations to North Harbour, 3rd place for the Under-17s Women's Aon National Championships. They've done a great job to get to this point. Wonderful opportunity that they have as a team to be here, and Manawatu also for getting themselves to this point and with a chance to play off a 3rd. But unfortunately today, North Harbour were too strong, winning by 75 points to 50, and we'll be back to watch the 3rd and 4th playoffs between North Harbour A and Waikato Boys. Thank you.
Upgrading. Inserting shock absorber. Customizing pressure.
New Schick HydroSense helps protect skin from irritation. The shock absorb technology auto-adjusts to you. New Schick HydroSense.
Activating energized gel. Comfort gel.
Select your shave with new Schick HydroSense. In 2 gel formulas, it helps protect your skin from irritation. New Schick HydroSense. Free your skin.